Now let's use a table of values to create an equation. First, we need to find the relationship between these numbers. Let's find the pattern. Do you see anything here between the 1 and the 3? Well, we could change a 1 into a 3. We could add 2, right? 1 plus 2 is 3. How about here? Does that rule apply here? No. Here you have to add 3 to make 5. So that pattern breaks. If it was all plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, then we'd have something, but we don't. Now, the other option is to do this. I suggest you add these together. Maybe if we add them, we can find the pattern. 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 plus 5 is 7. No pattern. If they were all 4s, then we'd have something. So what else do we have left? Well, if you noticed all the equations we've done so far, they've all involved either like an x plus something equals a number, 7 or something like that. Some equations, however, have a combination of multiplying and adding. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do next. Do that as a last resort. Try to multiply this. 1 times 3 is 3. But 2 times 3 is not going to be 5. Look, that doesn't work. But what if we multiply by 2 and then add 1 at the end? 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Now, how about this times 2? Plus 1 is 5. How about this one times 2? You see the pattern? It's always double this number and then add 1 more. Double this number, you get 10. Add 1 more, you get 11. So the pattern is we're going to take x and we're going to double it. That's how we do that. And then we have to add 1 more. And when we do that, we get y. That is the relation. We call this a relation. Yes, it is an equation, but it is a relation because this is the pattern that we have just observed. We take x, we double it, then we add 1. You take x, you double it, and you add 1, and that gets you y. How about this one? Start simple. Let's see if we can figure something out if we add these. 1 plus 8 is 9. How about 2 and 7? That's also 9. How about 3 and 6? Hey, that's also 9. 4 and 5, also 9. 5 and 4, also 9. We found the relationship between them. You have to add the x and the y. If you add x plus y, you get 9 every time. This one's going to throw some negative numbers at us. Let's see if we can start simple here. Let's add these. Can we come up with something? Well, that makes 7 when you add them, but this does not make 7. So let's erase that. How about if we subtract them? 2 minus 5. That makes negative 3. And 1 minus 2? Oh, no, and that doesn't make negative 3. So we have to try something else. How about if we add? Okay, how about let's go 2 plus 3. Okay, that makes 5. So 1 plus 3, no, that doesn't work. So let's see now, what else do we have left? We've tried adding them, we tried subtracting them. Hey, let's try multiplying and adding. Combination. So we're going to times by 2 and add 1 more. That makes 5. But if you times this by 2 and add 1 more, you don't get 2. So we can't multiply and add. How about we multiply and subtract? That's our last resort. So if we multiply this, say, by 3, we can get close. We can get 6. And then minus 1 is 5. And multiply this by 3, you get 3 minus 1 is 2. Hey, that works. Okay, let's test it out on this one. It has to work every time. Times this by 3, you get 0. Minus 1 is also negative 1. We're on a roll. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Minus 1 is negative 4. Yes. And it will work on the last one. So we know our pattern now. We know our relation. You have to take x, and then whatever x is, you multiply it by 3. So we're going to go 3 times x. And then you have to subtract 1. And when you do that, you get the value for y. That's our relation. Here's another one. Let's see if we can come up with something. Let's try adding these first. 5 plus 2 is 7. 6 plus 3 is not 7, so that doesn't work. Let's try subtracting them. 5 minus 2 is 3, if we subtract them. 6 minus 3 is also 3. Hey, look, we might be coming up with some. 7 minus 4 is 3. 8 minus 5, subtract them, you get 3. And 9 minus 6, you subtract them, you get 3. So is it y minus x or is it x minus y? Which one is it? It is the x number first minus the y value. But what do we put as our answer? Ta-da! Right here. It's a 3. Every single time you do it, you will get 3. So we'll put an equals here, and here we will put an equals. And this relation works every time. This one is not what we were doing.